Laura A. Grace here, the author of Dear Author, Letters from a Bookish Fangirl, Team Lines of Poetry Collection, and Gathering Faith, my upcoming manga, which should be releasing this spring. Welcome back to Top 5 Wednesday! Yes, I love Top 5 Wednesday. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Today's prompt is really exciting. But if you're not familiar with Top 5 Wednesday, it was formed by Lainey. We are now on Goodreads, and basically somebody creates a prompt for each Wednesday of the month, and then we answer those said prompts with 5 books or 5 manga of our choice. This week is actually about movie adaptations. I have not watched many book to movie adaptations in general, even less when it comes to anime, at least with the manga I do have. Well, I take that back. Technically, yes, but I have not actually read a lot of, if it's an anime, I haven't read the manga, or if it's a manga, haven't watched the anime, because I'm just sort of weird in that if I see the anime, it takes me a while to finally read the manga. Haiku is a prime example of this because I've seen the anime, I've watched it more than one time, but now I'm starting to finally read the manga, especially where the anime has not covered yet. So I thought I would do manga adaptation since this is the manga edition, and just some anime that I am just curious about or has been recommended to me. In no certain order, let's start with number 1 being Kimini Todoke. I have seen a little bit of the anime and I thought they did a really good job. Sawako's voice is not exactly how I imagine it in my head, so that's been a little bit of an adjustment for me, but I think they have done phenomenal bringing all of the emotion that is in Kimini Todoke to life on screen. They have just captured that so incredibly beautifully. I absolutely love it. For number 2, wait, hold on. Time out. So suddenly now that I'm sitting down to actually film this video, I'm remembering anime that I've seen and then read a little bit of the manga. So the notes I took are totally different than what I'm saying. So I'm just going to try and roll with it. I apologize in advance if this video seems a little bit strange or weird or anything like that because I'm not following what I wrote down. But yes, going back to number 2, I'm going to say One Punch Man. I read the first volume of One Punch Man and I was super shocked of how the anime takes the manga word for word and puts it in the anime. I was just totally mind blown by that. Granted, I've heard that the further you watch the anime of One Punch Man that it is different than the manga. I have not read enough of One Punch Man to actually know that, but I know I've read the first volume of One Punch Man. I think I read up to volume 2, volume 3, because I think volume 3 has one of my favorite villains. He's totally amazing. Speed of Sonic. I always get his name mixed up, but I absolutely love him. He actually inspired one of my villains in a manga that I wrote, but I haven't edited or published or anything. I digress. Sorry about that, but I thought they did a really good job bringing the manga to life. It was a lot of fun seeing the anime in color. It definitely captured the action, and Sayamada's attitude was captured on screen so amazingly well. One Punch Man is one of my favorite animes as well as my husband's. I absolutely love Genos. Genos is amazing. He has also inspired one of my manga characters that I've written. For number 3, I'm going to say Kenshin. I have not read all of the manga. I had it at one point, but then I gave it away. But I did read the first volume, and I actually prefer the anime. I've read a little bit of some of the other volumes, and I also preferred the anime with that. I really loved how things were done in the anime, and I was highly disappointed when I realized some of my favorite scenes are not nearly as romantic in the manga as it is in the anime. So I'm going to say that I prefer the anime to Kenshin, but I know I think it's the final arc has not been animated, at least not in the traditional anime. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I know there's a few different Kenshins and I have not seen them. I've only seen the original and only the first 2 seasons. We do not talk about the 3rd season because that is not canon, so we don't talk about that one. But I definitely prefer the anime over the manga. I would like to pick Kenshin back up because I know my husband's really interested in reading it, and I would want to see where things go and how different it is, especially so that I have not seen what the anime doesn't cover. For number 4, I'm going with My Hero Academia. I've only read the first volume. which is pretty funny. I feel like that's sort of a trend. And I can't really say if I felt that the manga was better than the anime or the anime was better than the manga. I've really, really enjoyed the anime. I am super pumped for the upcoming season. A little bit nervous, but super pumped as well. I know my son really wants us to collect My Hero Academia because he really likes the villain. Or well, I should say he likes a lot of the villains. And so he's very curious to see what it means with having some of the villains on the newest covers of My Hero Academia. So I can't really say which one was better. I liked both. I probably would just say the anime because it's the one I've seen the most of. I feel like that's a little bit unfair though, but I guess the anime. For number 5, I guess I will go with Cells at Work because I love Cells at Work and I could not read the manga. The manga was actually more, I mean, it's the same kind of gore. I mean, it has the same amount of blood in the anime and in the manga, or at least in volume 1, but I could not handle the blood in the manga. Probably because I realized when I rewatched Cells at Work a second time, I plan to rewatch it a third time for the second season. Granted, I think the second season of Cells at Work has already aired or it's airing. But still, I closed my eyes in a lot of those scenes in the anime and I quickly learned not to eat when you're watching Cells at Work. I learned that the hard way. So I don't know, I'm undecided. I really love the brightness of the anime and I love just seeing it very colored. And I don't know if the manga has those same romantic scenes that I absolutely love in Cells at Work. I know Cells at Work Baby, which I recently just read, had a very similar vibe to a scene that's in the Cells at Work anime, so I'm hoping that that is in the manga. I do have the manga on hold right now at my library. I'm picking it up in a few days because I'm waiting for a few other holds to come be available. I want to give it another try and see which one I prefer, if I prefer the manga or I prefer the anime. And I don't actually know if season 2 is going to cover the rest of the manga. I didn't even know Cells at Work was a really short manga in general. I mean, it's only 5 volumes, I believe. So I'd be curious to see. Again, I feel like I can't really make a fair judgment on this one because I have not read enough of the manga to know. So I guess we'll just go with the anime, I guess. Oh my goodness. I have to do an honorable mention. I can't believe I even forgot this. What was I thinking? Granted, I realize I have mentioned it, but haiku, yes. I'm gonna say the anime because I really, really love everything about the anime. So I'm rereading the manga now, or I'm reading the manga now. I've read volume 42 3 times. I absolutely love volume 42. It is just so very good. And I just picked up volume 43 that released. Really looking forward to diving into that one next. But I just love the way that the anime is done of haiku. I mean, I'm really enjoying going and reading the manga from the beginning now and seeing similarities definitely to the anime, but also seeing just the unique style that is haiku and seeing some of the panels that weren't in the anime. It doesn't take away from the manga, neither does it take away from the anime, but it's just different, and I've really, really enjoyed that as well. But the anime, the way that it does the slow motion of everything and the way it has the dramaticness of certain scenes and when we have the quicks and everything, perfection. I absolutely love it so much. It is definitely one of my all-time favorite anime. It's just so well done. The manga is so well done, but just going to say the anime because that's my preference in this, I guess. And I, again, just love seeing it colored. And of course, the opening and closing songs are amazing. I listen to them. I haven't listened to them as much right now, or recently, I should say, but I do listen to them quite a bit. I absolutely love them. They're so, so good. But I had to mention haiku for sure. And I guess that wraps up the anime adaptations. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Totally let me know, what are some of your favorite anime adaptations? Do you prefer the manga usually, or do you prefer the anime? Totally let me know, as I would love to hear from you friends. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!